slowly.
Okay, well that was different than usual. And also, we're not streaming, so that's, that is what it is. We are back, as you can see, with Duolingo. Before I do that, I actually went ahead and got some books because one thing I noted in my last videos was that I did not have a good theory of things, which I felt like was getting kind of in the way when you have multiple versions of something like Saya versus Aku or something like that. So I'm basically not going to sit here and be weird about the book, but it's got vocab, it's got other stuff. But for the most part, I'm just going to kind of pick out the highlights and do that and then jump into Duolingo. So we'll just do like one chapter because when you cut out like exercises and stuff, the chapters aren't too long. So with that out of the way, we have question markers. One thing I'm just kind of hitting the highlights of the vocab. Apparently apa is a question indicator. We got some family members, we've got some verbs, we've got bu equals ibu, which is mother, so it's kind of a short version of it. Let's see. D is in, at, on. We've learned that before. Dari is from or of. Dan and. I like that one because it's very easy. Let's see. Kamar is like a room, and apparently to make specific rooms, like dining room. Dining room is a room you eat in, therefore it is kamar makan, room eat. So that's always nice. Ke is two towards, a thing replaced but not normally a person. That's interesting. So you'd never say ke saya. You would just say ke sekolah, to school, but not to me. Let's see, we already know mereka, bunch of names. Nasi is cooked rice specifically. That's interesting. And nasi goreng is fried rice. I think we've learned that. Actually, I don't know if we did fried rice. I think we did fried chicken or something like that. Ayam goreng. Ayam goreng. Pagi is morning, so selamat pagi. Pagi hari is in the morning, so there's a different word to say at a certain period of time rather than dari, not dari, di. It's not di pagi, it's pagi hari. Pergi, we've done that recently. Saya is I, me, my, and I had a Excel sheet that I still have somewhere giving some information about those. Tidak seems to be the normal not or no. We also learned, what was it? Bukan. We learned bukan for specific not no situations, but apparently, even though we learned that one first, apparently that is not the standard no. Okay, so that's basically all of the interesting or relevant types of vocab. We have dialogue, which I'm not going to bother with. Cultural notes, here's a good one. Hari sudah siang. Indonesians think of the day in 4 parts. So, not morning, noon, night kind of thing. Morning, afternoon, evening kind of situation, but 4 parts. So we have pagi, which is early morning to about 11:30. Siang is, it says the hot part of the day from about 11:30 to 3:30. So pagi could be thought of as morning, early morning to about noon. Siang is from about noon to about 4. So early afternoon. Sore is from about 4 o'clock until dark, so 2-3 hours. And that's late afternoon, we might say. And then malam, which is after dark. So between 6-7 o'clock and midnight, presumably. So in a tropical country like Indonesia, the sun rises at approximately the same time every day, and this marks the beginning of the day. Therefore, whereas we'd say it's already 6 o'clock in Indonesia, they say the sun is already up. But it seems very consistent, so that's nice. You don't have to worry about, 6 days of day and 6 days of night, like if you're at the poles. They have the Indonesian bathing is something similar to Japanese, looks like. Let's see. Oh, the question mark goes first. That's interesting. So the example they gave is ayah makan, father is eating. And there's ayah tidak makan, which is father is not eating. There's ayah makan with a question, with a like a proper question mark, like is father eating. But then there's apa ayah makan. Also has a question mark. I didn't, her. I didn't do the voice thing, but apparently the question word, like ka in Japanese, like ma in Chinese, in Mandarin at least, Chinese, those typically come at the end. Apa seems to be coming at the beginning. Marks to indicate the negative of a verb, the word tidak is used. It is placed immediately before the verb. So ayah makan, ayah tidak makan. Yeah, in Indonesian you can either, of course you can do both, I'm sure. But, like, if it's a yes or no question, you would say, tabemasu ka? Are you eating? And the ka kind of indicates a yes or no. And you don't have to really, like, tabemasu, like, you have to really intonate or you have to inflect, or whatever you want to call it, the sound in order to make sure it's a question. But the ka is there to do that. In Chinese, it's ni hao ma. Are you okay? Although whether or not people actually use that, I haven't really kept up with Chinese. I'm going to go back and do it eventually, but it's a handful, so that won't be anytime soon. So yeah, you can either use inflection, like ayah makan, or you can throw in an apa, which is a little bit more explicit. So you'd say apa ayah makan, where it's not really inflected, but the apa is there so they know yes or no. The good old are you, which is kind of what English does, I guess. We take the helping verb specifically, right? Would you, are you going to do something? Would you help me do something? We take the helping verb and put it first. So this is not particularly unusual. And then exercises. And then, so here is a good one. Part A, exercises, and then Part B, notes. Hasan masih makan, Hasan sudah makan, and Hasan sedang makan. And of course the Apple version of all of them. So in the actual question, like, Hasan is apparently a name, by the way. And we know makan means to eat. So, apa Hasan makan, which is a lot of A's, so sorry I'm stumbling over this. But the answer to is Hasan eating, the answer is yes. Apa Hasan masih makan? It is ya masih, because in the remark section, masih is like still. Is Hasan still eating? Yes, he is. So there's kind of a delay meaning there. Like, it's in progress. It's not finished, but it's been in progress for a while. And then apa Hasan sudah makan? ya sudah, which is, I actually don't, I've got to hear it. It's been a while since I've heard it, so I don't know how hard that is. But that is, has Hassan eaten? Yes, he has. And then, apa Hassan sedang makan? Yeah, is Hassan eating? Yes, it's a kind of a in progress. So, masih, sudah, sedang indicate whether an action is complete. Kind of like Chinese strictly, Japanese sort of part way. Japanese is kind of a weird system because it doesn't have, it has some of it and it has other parts. It's not strictly that way, but it is basically that way. Anyway, so they're not concerned with when an action occurs. Means for expressing this will be discussed later in this book. At this stage, it is only necessary to note that to express when, the verb does not change in form. So much like Japanese, where it's like, take for example, I guess we'll just do the same kind of sentence. Sayaka tabemasu ka is Sayaka eating. But if you say, kino Sayaka-san tabemasu ka, it becomes, because you said yesterday, kino, then, did I hit something? Hold on. Okay, I don't know, that's weird. It looked weird. Because you said kino, you're saying yesterday, so it becomes yesterday did Sayaka eat. And so time is not really reflected in the verb itself. So like we said, masih verb is that it's still occurring, or was still occurring, or will be still occurring, kind of a thing. Sudah with verb indicates that it's already happened, and sedang plus verb means that it is in the process of happening. Like, clean your room, I'm in the middle of it, would be sedang. And then we have bangun Hasan and bangunlah Hasan. Oh, lah is kind of a kudasai, interesting. Please. Bangun Hasan was translated to get up Hasan, and then bangunlah Hasan is please get up Hasan, so lah is probably more politeness. Note that the imperative sentence, in an imperative sentence, when you're telling someone to do something, la may be added optionally to the verb. Thus, pergi Hasan could become pergilah Hasan. It can imply a strong command or a polite request depending on the tone of the voice. Without la, it sounds abrupt. Okay. So it's kind of like, I guess in English we want to do a tone difference, right? So it's like, clean your room, versus like, hey, can you clean your room? That's kind of the difference. So la softens it from a absolute demand to just a request. Interesting. And then we have tidak, which we have already learned through Duolingo, and that was straightforward enough for me to actually learn it. Okay, here's something about answering a question. So the question, apa ayah tidak minum teh? Does father drink tea? You could answer it, ya tidak, which means yes, he doesn't drink tea, as in like, yeah, no, he doesn't. But if, because the question was, does he not drink tea? And so you'd say, yes, he doesn't, ya tidak. If you wish to indicate that he does drink tea, then you have to say in full, ya ayah minum teh. Yes, he drinks tea. So by indicating just the not, you can agree with a negative question. But let me think of a good example because this is getting convoluted. If you say, what, don't you drink Coke? For instance. It's don't to you, do you not? It's like, yeah, I don't. They are correct, I don't drink Coke. But then, you know, do you not drink Coke? It's like, oh yeah, I do. You have to actually say, I do, rather than, yeah, do. You know, you can't just make a part of it. You have to answer it completely. There's some exercises. We talked about sudah. There's a balloon thing going on here, so hold on. Still answering questions. So, apa Hasan makan? Is Hasan eating? You can say yes or ya Hasan makan. You can either answer it short or answer it quick. But if your answer is negative, tidak, or tidak Hasan, tidak makan, and it's just no, he's not. That's interesting. You can answer either ya or tidak. That's good to know. And then apa Hasan sudah makan? Is he still eating? No, wait. Has he eaten? I've forgotten it already, but started with an M was the still one. Hold on, let me go back. Masih. Masih is still. Sudah is has he. So apa Hasan sudah makan is has he eaten? Has Hasan eaten? And it's either ya sudah, which is yes he has. Ya Hasan sudah makan. Yes, Hasan has eaten. And there's also belum. Belum Hasan belum makan. Which is translated to not yet. Belum is not yet. Belum Hasan belum makan. Not yet. Hasan has not yet eaten. Okie dokie. Belum is the negative of sudah. Wait, so these adverbs have a negative? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess just the opposite, really. We have opposites. We just don't have a negative version. It's a weird way of putting it. Belum is the opposite, is the negative of sudah, and indicates the action has or has not yet occurred. I see. So, yeah. So, sudah means it has happened, and belum means not yet. Fair enough. We've got exercises, we've got homework, and that's in the chapter. So, we've learned a little bit. I'm sure we'll run across it in Duolingo too, but Duolingo won't give us the information about it. They'll just say, hey, belum. It's like, wait, what the frick does belum mean? Okay, so having gone through a chapter of that, which was probably more interesting for me than it was for you, let's go into Duolingo. Start.
Ini milik saya.
Ini milik saya. On.
Ini milik
Okay.
saya.
The dress belongs to Sri. Gown ini milik. Yeah, Sri. Can't imagine that's hard. The gown, or this dress, this gown, belongs to Sri.
Ini milikku.
And of course, this is the interesting thing too, right? A book follows a progression of difficulty. Duolingo does not seem to be doing, or at least if it has, we've gone really far. So possession will come eventually too. But yeah, so now that we've kind of gone through that, we have some idea of what's going on. Ini milikku. Ku is aku is mine. This dress is mine. This is mine. Oh, yeah, there's no gown. I'm stupid. Dimas's ball is white. Balu? Isn't that it? Am I stupid? Bola. It was similar. Because here's the thing, right?
Umurku 10 tahun.
One thing I am less concerned with on language learning is physical words. I need to know descriptions and patterns of saying things like how to answer yes or no to a yes or no question, or things like that. Of course, you need physical words to practice that and get used to that and stuff, right? But my hang up is not with vocabulary. Duolingo is actually great on the vocabulary section. They will just drill you every kind of word possible, and I could go back and do it again and again and again or something. But real practice will also give you that, because you need to know how to deal with words you haven't heard before, because new words pop up all the time. Like Japanglish. If I said something Japanglish to somebody who had no idea about Japan at all, they'd be like, what the frick is a Japanglish, you know? So you learn to ask about new words and that kind of stuff. You need to ask about things that you don't know. So really those kinds of patterns, like you can't just learn grammar, but also knowing how to say something is at least as important as knowing the words. And again, you can Google the words. Muruku, I am. No. Ku, yeah, I am. 10 tahun. 10 years old. Thank you. My ball is red. Bola. Bola. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that's how I'm going to remember that. He likes my ball. Dia. Suka.
Suka.
Bola.
Bola.
Saya.
Saya.
You see, I've been out of the game, and by the game I mean learning Indonesian, for a little over a month, right? Month or two, maybe 3. I mean, when I went back to those MMD videos to add subtitles, I haven't done those in forever. But, glad I got those done. But, it's been a while since I posted anything, and it feels like it's been less time, of course, than it has, because that's how life works. But I still remember how to organize this sentence, despite how long it's been, so.
Bola ini punya saya.
Not knowing that ball is bola is a technical detail. Knowing how to say the sentence is important.
Gaun ini milik Sri.
This dress belongs to Sri.
Buku ini milik saya.
Milik. And the reason I even looked at that in the first place is because what came to when milik on the other problem. It's because I thought it might have been mamliki. Because if you say it quickly, milik and mamliki, it's very similar. So I wanted to make sure I was not misremembering.
Sri.
Makanan. Makan.
Makan.
Haha, try to get me with that. That's a noun. Fried. Oh, we did learn fried rice. Nasi
gorengku.
Ha. They're listening to me. They know I messed it up. And therefore they're gonna challenge me on it. This is mine. Ini. Milik. No, not milik. I'm just gonna put that for right now. Milik saya. I'm right. See? Even when I'm wrong, I'm
Sri
right.
makan nasi gorengku.
Sri eats my fried rice. I am 10 years old. Tell me something I don't know.
Umur saya
10
tahun. Ini milikku.
This is mine. I just threw Gowan in there for no reason. Da-da. Disable ad blocker. How about I don't? I actually don't know. Do I have an ad blocker? Maybe I do. Boom. 5 gems. Excellent. I have a 1-day streak because it's been freaking forever since I did this. I have absolutely not committing to anything, but sure, I can do it now. Skip. I have a skip button. I'm going to do it. Equip for free. That is your dog. Itu. That dog. What was dog? I remember dog. Anjing. I don't remember dog. I completely did not remember that one. I wasn't anywhere close. This is your book.
Ini.
Buku.
Bukumu.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Itu anjing kamu.
Itu anjing kamu. Your dog likes cats. Anjing. Kamu suka kucing.
Saya suka suratmu.
Saya suka suratmu. Saya suka suratmu. I, of course, like, of course, suratmu. Your. It's either name, book, or letter, but letter. Such a weird one. Doesn't even hardly make sense in a real context. I like your letter. Which one? Q, S, maybe L, B if you're being spicy. Your dog is black. So what, bro?
Anjing kamu suka kucing.
Your dog likes cats.
Umurmu 10 tahun.
Umurmu. Dog. Anjing. I haven't even missed that one and it wants to quiz me on it.
Anjing kamu hitam.
I get it. It's been a while and I did not remember it genuinely, but your dog is black. And the thing I really don't like about Duolingo, right? If I had any critiques about how the system works at all, it is literally, I've probably done 4 sentences back and forth since I started this lesson. Or this section of this lesson. Saya suka seratmu or kamu. Suratmu. Yeah, just as soon as I clicked it, I thought about that. That is your cat.
Itu.
Kucingmu.
Kucingmu. Kucing ini milikmu.
Kucing ini milikmu. Cat. This. Good try that. This cat is yours. Cool. Great work. Let's make it harder. You are 10 years old. Wow. Very difficult. All words that I know. Umurmu. 10 tahun. Umur kamu 10 tahun. But see, that's the easy version because we've learned them as distinct letters. Or distinct words, rather. I shoved them into one because I can. This cat is yours. Kucing ini milikmu. Ta-da! I am number 6 now. What have y'all been doing? They took a break like I did, that's why.
Itu pensil dia.
Pensil. This is her book. Ini. Bukunya.
Bukunya. Pensil dia 10.
Yeah, Duolingo is working on any subject with a lot of words from English, basically. So it's very easy to jump back into, honestly. Pensil. But you've noticed how many times I've dealt with the word pencil as the
Bukunya
main noun.
10.
Book. Her book is 10. She has 10 books. She has 10 books. That's very compact. I like how unbelievably efficient that is, right? She has 10 books, 4 words. Boom, bukunya 10. Done. Very efficient. That is his pencil. Itu. Pensil. That's not how you spell pencil. That book is hers.
Buku itu
miliknya.
miliknya.
Nya.
Pensil dia hitam dan merah.
Nya. Pensil dia hitam dan merah. His, her, their, her pencils are hitam dan merah, black and red. Because they are sticklers for
Buku itu miliknya.
word order. Buku itu miliknya. That book. I mean, it could be books, but there's no those, so get over it. That book is hers, but it could be his. Both, honestly, both are correct. We'll give it to him this time. Da-da! Boom. Number 3. Oh, I'm still in the Silver League. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Been gone for a month and I'm still silver.
Ini milikku.
I only missed like 2. It's okay. This is yours. No, aku, mine. This is mine.
Buku itu miliknya.
Yeah, I didn't miss this either. Just gotta have extra exercises. That book, miliknya, is his or hers. They didn't give me his option this time. You're making me do hers. Okay. This cat,
Kucing ini
is yours. Milikmu.
milikmu. Itu kucingmu?
Itu kucingmu. That is, kamu, your cat. This ball is not, listen, this is not a hard one. Try hard exercise. No, it's not. Bola.
Bola.
Ini.
Ini.
Milikku. Punya. No. It is mine, right? Oh.
Punya saya.
I was like, I didn't see saya. I was looking for aku or something cool. I was like, that's mu. That's not cool.
Itu anjing kamu.
Itu anjing kamu. Itu anjing. That dog. Although I guess anjing itu kamu could also work. Question mark? Because we've seen itu and ini come after stuff. I don't know. Is kamu. Oh, that's why. That is your dog. That is your dog. So, itu anjing kamu. I don't know. I don't know if it's a question and answer kind of a thing. Question statement kind of a thing. But that is your dog. Because there is no yours. Otherwise I would put that dog is yours. But that's what it is, right? Itu anjing is that dog. Itu anjing kamu, that dog is yours, versus itu, or, yeah, itu anjing kamu, that is your dog. Dog your. Dog is attached to your, therefore it is your dog that is. And then anjing itu kamu, it would be that is attached to dog because dog came first, so that dog is yours. That is your cat. あれは君の猫です。
Itu
kucingmu.
kucingmu.
This is my ball. このボールは僕のものです。Ini adalah. See, did we learn about adalah? I don't think so. Ini adalah bola because ball has not been mentioned. And it's attached to saya. But I don't know where adalah came from. This is should just be ini. But adalah and merupakan? Merupakan. Pada. Oh. Optional things apparently. That book is hers. Buku.
Buku. Itu.
Miliknya.
Miliknya.
Type the missing word. Her pencils. Pencil. Back to. We're doing so good with dogs and cats suddenly. Now we're going back to pencil. Bola. Pencil. Da-da! Okay. I found an XP boost. Cool. Double XP for a while. I'm a legend. Okay. Sure. I don't want to try super. But sure, let's challenge. Stay focused. Complete this challenge with fewer than 3 mistakes to advance.
Anjing kamu hitam.
Anjing kamu hitam.
Anjing kamu hitam.
Sri is my fried rice. Sri.
Sri.
Makan.
Makan. Nasi gorengku.
Gaun ini milik Sri.
Gaun ini milik Sri. Didn't capitalize, I don't care.
Gaun ini milik Sri.
Doesn't care. This is your dog. Itu.
Anjing. Kamu.
Because that is your dog. That is your dog.
Bola saya merah.
Bola saya merah. I like your letter.
Saya suka
suratmu.
suratmu.
Yep.
Bola ini punya saya.
Bola ini punya saya.
Bola ini punya saya.
I am 10 years old.
Umur
saya
saya
10 tahun.
tahun. Saya suka suratmu.
Saya suka suratmu.
Saya suka suratmu.
Dimas's ball is white. Bola Dimas. Hitam was black. HIT, which means the other one was putih. TIH. Which is, again, how I was going to remember that.
Buku itu miliknya.
Buku itu miliknya.
Buku itu miliknya.
That is his pencil.
Itu
pensil.
pensil
Is
dia.
You are 10 years old. Umur. Technically, I could do umurmu, which is kind of funny. Umurmu. 10 tahun. And of course, it said I could make 3 mistakes. So if it counts us wrong, even though I'm not wrong, it's okay. It doesn't affect my ability to get those 80 points. Aha, I'm correct. Our pencils. Pensil. I'll just capitalize it for goodness sake. Pensilnya. Hitam. Dan. Merah. Merah. I like the efficient version. Ini, this. Surat. This is my ball. Ini bolaku. That book is hers. Buku itu miliknya. Look at that perfect score. I'm a genius. And apparently I'm a legend. I'm legendary on this level. Congratulations, improving your skills and unlocked a special color. Cool. Does that... I mean, cool, but... But I wasn't... What the frick just happened? I literally just did like this. And now I'm like down here. I literally haven't done this lesson because this lesson is going to be all new words. I haven't hit a single new thing yet. That's, you know, slightly... Like, it's cool I just got to skip a bunch of stuff, but also it's like, yo. Also, legendary wasn't a thing before, was it? I mean, there's 40... Section 2 Explorer. What? They've reorganized. I used to just scroll down to frickin' 40 levels. Now they've got sections and legendary and all this stuff. The frick is all of this? But the flip side is I'm glad we can kind of skip around if we're just that capable or that knowledgeable. Either way, now that we've suddenly hit Unit 5, apparently, I guess I'm done for today? Question mark. Next time we do this, whenever that is, maybe tomorrow, maybe some other day, I think we'll do the same thing. We'll go through... by the way, if you don't know, the book is Bahasa Indonesia, Book 1, Introduction to Indonesian Language and Culture, by Yohani Johns, in collaboration with Robin Stokes. I did get a bunch of different books actually. Fun fact. I also got Practical Grammar Bahasa Indonesia by Rahman Syaiful. Syaiful. I don't know, but I probably mispronounced that at least 5 times. But it's good. So we'll go through the next lesson on this one just because it's, nice. You can get a feel for it. We'll talk about types of nouns. You got your basic noun. You got a noun formed of some foreword with an adjective, like makan becomes makanan, right? Eating becomes food. Minum becomes minuman, and tulis becomes tulisan, which is to write, apparently. So that's with a suffix on. There's also prefix pe. So tulis, to write, which we just talked about, becomes penulis. There's also an adjective. Puti becomes pemuti, whitening something. Or a whitening. No. Oh, it can actually happen to... Hold on. Yeah, a whitening. I don't know. It says nouns with prefix pe, but then it says verb, it comes from a verb. Tulis, to write, becomes penulis, a writer. It says adjective, and it comes puti, which is white, and it goes pemuti, whitening, which would be fine, but it also has marah, which is angry, becomes pemarah, which is grumpy, and grumpy is not a noun. So I don't know. But yeah, you can also have combinations of the stuff. There's no articles in Indonesia and in Bahasa Indonesian. Stuff like that. So it's a good book. It's a good read. It really is probably more technical in nature. So if you're not technical about language, I don't think you need it. But it is a good, again, technical reference. So I won't freaking go through every little bit of it. Just that would bore you like crazy. But it's a good reference if you are, let's say, if you know something about languages like article, adjectives, prepositions, prefixes, suffixes, infixes, stuff like that, then this would be helpful. But it is, again, more technical in nature, so if you're like, what the frick is a preposition? Or how do I use an article adjective? Is that different from regular adjectives? Maybe not be the book for you if you're kind of confused about that stuff. The other one you'll find, I guess, pair of sets of pairs, is the Let's Speak Indonesian, Ayo Berbahasa Indonesia. Those are the other ones I got, which is definitely tricky. And I say that it looks like it's very good, right? It does look like it has good content, but it is almost half in Indonesian. And so it's like... So for instance, you start a chapter, right? The chapter is called Pelajaran 1.1 Berkenalan. I don't know what any of those mean. And there's a picture of people shaking hands, and there's one person in the background just kind of looking at them. And it says, the caption is Berkenalan dengan teman baru. So I already don't know a bunch of things happening in this chapter. In this lesson, you'll learn how to greet people at various times of the day, selamat pagi, selamat siang, etc. How to use terms of address, ibu, bapak, so addressing particular people. Because we learned ibu is mother in the other book that I was actually reading from. How to ask what someone's name is, how to ask where someone's from, how to make an offer, how to ask what things are. Cool. And then they have the dialogue. But the dialogue is entirely in Indonesian. Di kelas, teguh, mahasiswa baru, teguh dan dian, berkenalan. And it just goes on. It's all Indonesian. And then comprehension. Answer the following questions. Dian dari mana? Teguh dari mana? Siapa nama dosen bahasa Indonesia itu? Again. This is chapter 1, by the way, of the first book of the series. So it's not that I have a problem with the content. I just don't entirely know what the question is or what the dialogues mean. So really, some people have said this is more of a group activity, and it's like, okay, well, group activity is fine, but I can also just look at it and learn, right? It's not that you need a group to actually do exercises or anything like that. It's a group activity because you need a teacher who understands what it's saying for significant, important parts of this thing. So, and that's the Let's Speak Indonesian, the companion to it being Indonesian grammar and context, Asik Berbahasa Indonesia, which is basically the exact same problem. Like, it's got good content from what I can tell. You got subject, you got predicate, you got how people enunciate certain things, like nama saya Ratih, and how you get your tone moving throughout the sentence. Nama saya Ratih, stuff like that. How to say it, how a person would normally say it. But again, I've got pictures, right? And there's a thing that says teman-teman Ratih, nama saya Rudi, which we happen to know by luck of the draw of using Duolingo that it means my name is Rudy. Saya berasal dari Ambon. Saya belajar biologi di Universitas Gajah Mada, Yogyakarta. Saya tinggal di asrama Palawan. I got university and I got biology out of that. So it's like explanations of people, I guess, because I have a picture of Rudy and I've got a different paragraph with Ayu's picture and nama saya Ayu. And so it's self-introductions, but I don't understand half the words, and there's no vocabulary section, right? There is kind of a thing about them, but with no like direct translations. I don't know what I'm looking at. Apparently vocabulary is called kosakata because there's a thing called kosakata, and then I'm saying some stuff like sekolah means school and that kind of stuff. But having the vocab after the exercises is more than a little strange. I'm just gonna say that, right? So yeah, the two Let's Speak Indonesian and Indonesian grammar and context suffer from the same problem of you really need a teacher who knows the language, at least, intermediate to advanced level, even if they're not a native speaker, just so they can help guide you through what's going on certain parts of it. But the two I've been liking a lot so far because they're very, let's say, foreign friendly. Again, they're more practical textbooks, is Bahasa Indonesia, Introduction to Indonesian Language Culture, Book 1 by Yohani Johns. That's the one I read at the beginning, and then Practical Grammar Bahasa Indonesia, which is, if you're technically minded, it's very descriptive on, again, like in English you've got I'm thinking of a good example. Not all adjectives can become a noun. For instance, fishy is just the characteristic of fish, but you've also got suspicious, which came about eventually. And like adjectives like a white fence, that's just white, it's the color, we just use it. But I guess hungry and hunger, nouns really become adjectives in English, I suppose, is you add a Y, so thirst and thirsty, hunger, hungry. So you have transformations between parts of speech by just, in English, adding a Y. In Japanese, some nouns function as adjectives when you put na after them, like genki is like, I guess, more of an adjective inherently. But it's kind of like a normal state if you're going really technical with the words. And then genki na hito is just a very energetic, happy person. So it becomes an adjective with na because it's a specific type of adjective. Anyway, point being, the practical grammar book is more technical like that as far as how to make, how to really customize the language, right? Or just noticing patterns like makan and makanan kind of situations. So, that's my unbelievably fast book review. Impromptu for the last 10 minutes of this video. Which no one asked for, but again, no one asked for this video and no one's probably going to watch it, so haha. And if you are the 5 people who do watch these videos, I'm sorry, you're very valuable. I do care about you. You're not nobody. But, so I guess that will be it. I will see you all next time, whether that's, a day from now or a month from now. And hopefully I'm going to keep working on the other projects. I'm going to keep videos sparse. for the sake of working on other projects. So, while I will try to get back into a content production mindset, don't expect that to be very often. Haha. Anyway, see ya! Bye!